fellow humans and others if you're watching. So we're getting a pretty good look at the street level view of our city here following this garbage truck. Let's come out of that view. And that's what I want. Okay. So today's episode is going to be something a little bit different, for me at least, as we are going to be expanding up into this neighborhood, this neck of the woods. And our terrain looks pretty flat there. But I'm going to be trying to make a bit of a pedestrian area. But since I don't have Plazas and Promenades DLC, that's going to be a little bit tough. So first thing that we want to do actually is make another connection to our main road coming into our industrial area, and I'll use that same exchange to come over into this new district that we're going to make. And yeah, I'm going to try and make a pedestrian area over here, which should be rather interesting, to say the least. Okay, so let's start off with, sure, this one here. Making our interchange here. Actually, no, let's do something a little bit different this time. Highway roads. Okay, we have that. Parallel road node. Okay, go from there. Down to about there. I don't think I'll need all that much of it. Plus, they give us a little bit of space in between. 25 meters ought to do it. Okay, and do the same thing down here. Start at the same point, go to the... Oh, the nodes don't line up. Let's go to there then. Okay, tab that over to the other side. And 25 meters. Go. Okay, escape to come out of that. Okay, and this is going to be a fairly simple connection here. And our freeform tool. Just bring that straight in like that. And clean that up in a second with the Move It mod. There. And speaking of Move It mod, let's bring this back and just, yep. There we go. Hadn't clicked on it quite properly. Let's go to about there. Should be good. Off here. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be a fairly simple connection that we're going to be making here. Okay, so now we have it to where we want. Okay, we're on straight. There we go. Okay, now how am I going to do this? Okay, that's way too close to this intersection here, so get rid of that. And this is about where I want. And still at 9 meters. Okay, let's come across. Okay, and from here. Out straight for a little bit, and let's see if we can use our connection tools. See what that does, which is nothing like what I want. Okay, let's try another one. Curve mode. That's more like it. That. And there, let's see how far up was it. 2137. So we'll be right about there. From there up to here. It's not giving me quite as nice a curve. We can take care of that in a second. That actually looks pretty good. A little bit of a bump right there, but I can live with that. And actually, that is not what I wanted at all. Okay, so a bit of a mistake there. Okay, let's bring this guy on this side. So we're just coming to industrial. That, and back down to ground. Okay, and that looks pretty straight. Okay, this is going to be our guideline for our new district over here. And I just need to bring this guy in. I can just take him straight over. That works. Oh yes, one other thing. There were a few industrial buildings that don't have enough buyers. And all of our commercial zone goods warehouses are full, so I'm going to throw in another one of them. The largest warehouse that we can get is 400,000. 200,000. Okay, let's go with this guy. Okay. Unique factory products, commercial zone goods. There we go. Come back over here. Okay, so what are we going to be doing? We are going to basically do a grid. Okay, and let's go down to a smaller road. It's tree lined, not one way, not at that point. That one. Want to come over. Well, just to make it the same place, let's, for the proper distance over that I want, let's go there. And now let's convert it. Okay, so this is where the fun begins. Let's come into landscaping or pathways. I want to see if this will work. Let's try this. And it does work. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I want. I want a double pathway going right through the middle of this development. And yeah, we'll be wanting roads, and I'm going to do a one-way network here. Turn all of this stuff back on. And these ones are just so I can get things lined up properly. Okay, there we go. These guys. And yeah, that's going to be going the opposite direction. That's going to be coming in that way. Okay, and this, go out there. Back to our one-way road. Switch that around so it's going the right way. Same with that one. And we're going to be going a significant distance down here. Okay, and make sure that things are going in the right directions. Okay, that's the outside area. This is going to be a commercial area with a few parks in the middle here. Okay, so just see how long that is. That is 77.25. I would have to come up with some strange number like that. Okay, just give me a second to figure out what half of that is. Okay, so that works out to about 38.60. That's about the middle there. Okay, so let's finish up our pathway network here. There you go. Let's turn off these things. Okay, that's our central paths in. Let's turn all of our snapping back on, turn that off. Okay, so what do we want to do? Okay, let's come back to our roads. There we are. Okay, and I want another double path network in here, so let's turn these guys off again. Let's see how that works with our roads here. Stuff back on. That connected up pretty good. Back to our path. Up. Yeah. On that side this time. And is that even straight? Over 4? It's over 4, yep. We're good. Okay, that's our pass. That's our roads. Come back to our basic road. Okay, all of our snapping is back on. I do want some parking in here. Okay, and this is going to be the fly in the ointment, is bringing this road across. And let's reconnect our paths. Didn't have paths in here, so which one was I using? It's that guy. Okay, so that's our vertical roads done, or vertical pathways. Now let's come back into our roads. Roads, thank you. The other ones. Okay, so I want a couple more paths going across. So let's extend this out a little bit. Turn our snapping back on. No, we don't want to put too many connections on there. Okay, and one more connection going across with paths. Okay, great. Our plantation's just moved up to level 3. We have a few more things that we can put in there, but we'll take care of that once we're done with this subdivision, even if we get to it today, which I highly doubt. This is going to be taking quite a bit of time. Back to it. Okay, that's the last one. So let's parallel these guys in. Okay, so that's the basic layout of our pedestrian district done. And speaking of districts, before I forget, put this in. Nice big brush. Okay, there we go, Mulberry Square. Okay, let's connect up this road network here. Actually, a road network is not done. I want one more regular road going across the middle here. Okay, so let's reconnect all of these guys. Okay, that's that. Let's complete our road network out here. Turn on snapping again. Okay, now let's connect things up down here to there. That. That. And let's just bring this guy right in here. There we go. Okay, and just give me a couple minutes and I'll hook up all the water. Then we can start zoning things in. Okay, so we're all nice and set, ready to go here. Okay, where are my one-way roads? They are these guys, yes. Okay, so right in the middle. Right about here. Put in a couple of plazas for people to sit and relax. Let's go back to these guys. That's plaza with trees. I want plaza with picnic tables. Doesn't fit in that way. Okay, let's do it that way. And small park, fit in. Playground. Kind of makes sense. And dog park. How does that look? Okay, do a little more detailing around the edges of that. Services, let's go with these. Now, I don't want them coming out on the one-way roads. Let's go with police right about here. Over there. Running across from the fire station. Crematorium. Let's put him way out in the boondocks over in the corner. Okay, that's where the terrain starts getting a little janky. Let's put that there. Okay, let's go with schools. Your elementary school, let's go with the cheap one. That's the one that only costs $20 a week and $12.50 instead of usual. I think that they just missed a decimal place on there. I probably mentioned that before. Okay, I might need to put 2 in just to cover up this area as well. So put this guy there. Okay, and how about high school? Okay, just give me a minute so I can take a sip of tea and sort out which high school I want to use. Okay, so I think we're settled on the old high school here. It's student capacity of 1,000. That's the same as the base game. Just looks a little bit nicer. Okay, if I do that, we'll take out the path on either side. So let's make this a little more central. About there. Okay, any other services that I'm missing? I don't think so. I just want to add another 7 or 18 parks in here. Oh, we do want some parking as well. That's all under here. Nope, there. Okay, so where's the high school? Elementary. Okay, let's put a bit of parking in there. 3 in. And there's our high school. Let's put those there. One of those there. Leave a little gap for a bit of landscaping afterwards. Okay, that should be good. Okay, let's go with a few little sports here. Basketball court. Okay, just trying to keep straight what's paths and what are streets. Oh, I did. Wanted a tennis court in there, not the basketball. Yep. Okay. What do we have here? That's the market. Okay, I think I'm pretty much ready to zone stuff in. Central area here, we are going to go pretty much all low density commercial. Throw a little commercial along our main road there. And even though it says it does have demand, it's not building in. Okay, so let's see what happens if we put a small warehouse over here. Actually, don't want that there. Not coming off the main road. Just straight on out. Turn this around so it's facing that way. Good, that's building in now. Okay, I'm going to leave this for high density around this area, high density residential. But all the way down here, let's go with low density for these 2 blocks. And let's sit back and see how that grows in. Okay, and while we're waiting for that to grow in, we managed to hit Big Town. So we have our level 5 buildings. We have a whole bunch of new policies. We got our high density zoning. We got blimps, which I'll never use. And incineration plant, that's the good one. And metro and university is going to be key. We have our larger warehouses and some inner city bus stations. Roosevelt Warehouse. Solution. It's a warehouse, okay. Back XL. Condominium, okay. A whole bunch of this stuff I've never used before, like Paris Metro I've never used. Don't think I've used that one either. Either way, let's continue to let things grow in and see how we do. Okay, so it seems that we're growing in pretty good over here. Okay, I thought that I had zoned in this strip down here, but I hadn't. So let's do that now. There we go. It's growing in pretty good. Okay, we're having some problems with garbage. Traffic is doing good. 98%. Okay, so we're definitely going to need some more garbage processing. And this time we are going to go with incineration plant, high-tech disposal. Let's try this guy. It doesn't quite fit. Let's put him over there. Yeah, it should take a little while for him to start processing. He needs all of the trucks are going out. Wow. Yeah, quite the congestion that we have going on there. Okay, so let's just let that run. That'll impact our traffic for a few minutes anyway. That's only down to 80. Yeah, we're getting garbage collection problems all over the city, so give that a few minutes to straighten itself out. But while we're waiting for that, let's take a look at our land value. Okay, over here, since we now have high density, let's throw in a bit of office space over here. A little more low density residential, and up that to high density here. And I'll just leave that little gap open there. Now let's fill this in with high density and this with low. Okay, we got our electricity over. Okay, so that guy can finally start filling up, and it is full. Okay, but we aren't getting any more of those warnings for not enough buyers over here, so that's good. All these things are getting pretty full. So it's doing a pretty good job of processing, so let's go and empty these guys out. Let's do 2 at a time. Then we can come back and do something special over here, which is going to be one of these inner city bus stations, I think. Let's see what kind of hubs we have. Bus inner city bus hub. Okay, that's the one that I want. That's for ferry. Okay, we'll be putting that in. That's pretty big. Along here, I think. Yeah, I just need to move that power plant or just get rid of it. If we have something else that we can use. Oh, Tesla power plant. Okay, that's a pretty small one. Squeeze in right there for now. And I think that would allow me to get rid of all the other power plants that we have. It's only $12.50? Yeah, sure, let's put it in. Let's just bring that along over there. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of these high polluting power plants that we have. And what has that done to our power output? Still have more than enough. Okay, I've got one more. And still more than enough. So that's just between that and that. Okay, so we now have more than enough power. Okay, and these guys are still emptying. 62, 64. Okay, these guys have filled in quite nicely. Just a little pop of height right on the edge. That. And a little pop of height while it's going up into the hills there, so makes things look a little bit better. We have nothing growing in over here. Okay, but I do need to extend our road network out over this way. Let's do that now. Stick to a similar road. Okay, and that's path. Let's put another path in over here. Okay. And that should be everything there. Okay, so let's zone in a little bit more. And of course, it freezes while it's doing the save game. And this one, I will just do half and half. Half low density, half high density. And sure, let's put another park in. There's not quite enough room for two in there. Okay, we can make that work. Okay, so we have pretty good demand for industrial and commercial, so that should all be filling in pretty quick. How are we doing here? 44 simoleons, or whatever you want to call them. Population of 2,500. Okay, we still only have level 1 residential buildings in here. So, a couple of level 2. That one's going up towards level 3 and needs a little more education. And speaking of education, why don't we put in our first university? Oh, I do have one in. Okay, I forgot that qualified as a university there. Okay, so we don't need one just yet. So yeah, we got plenty of room in there. We don't need to add any more capacity for universities. How about our high school? It's about half full. Elementary is about half full as well. That's good. Okay, these guys are empty. Okay, and I'll just let this run until we can empty out all of these landfills. Then we'll come back and put in our intercity bus hub here and do some bus lines back to our new district. So back in a few minutes. Okay, so while we were waiting for our landfills to empty out, we just hit the next level, or small city. So that gives us a bunch more options here. We have our train stations that we can put in. Monorails. I think we got subways in the last upgrade. 1890 train station. That looks interesting. Okay, a new asset. Okay, whatever that is supposed to be, I don't know. Hydropower plant and something I have no idea what that is. Something to do with transit. Okay, so cable cars, industrial space planning, a bunch of new policies here. Okay, we have our trains, so we can start bringing those in. But once again, we'll go back to waiting for our landfills to empty, so that we can put our intercity bus station in. Okay, back in a bit again. Okay, so I've been doing quite a bit of things off camera here. I can't remember the last thing that we saw, but I did empty out all of the landfills that were over here. I moved all the warehouses that were along the bottom up to the top, so that we can put our bus hub in a more logical position within the city, instead of, you know, way out in the boonies by the industrial area. It's actually close to residential, within walking distance. And I think with that there, I'm going to offer that with a bit of commercial, which is something that we're in need of. Okay, and now all of my bus lines are coming into the bus hub, including the two that I added that are going out here. Let's take a look at the lines. So yeah, they're coming out of the bus hub, and I've got a couple of stops going each way for the farming industry, so that it wouldn't go on the highway or go through through Sheffield over here, which is what it was doing. Then yeah, just a pretty basic square going all the way around. And let's see what that's doing to our traffic. Still in the low 80s, low to mid 80s. Nothing too drastic here, just a heavy use along this little section. There's a lot of stuff coming out of the industrial area. And while I'm thinking about it, why don't we just stick in the roundabout that we were talking about a long time ago. Let's go with the 3-lane road. That looks good. Okay, there we go. Let's come in here and get everything set up properly. Okay, got all the yields, this thing, a dedicated turn lane. Okay, and then we can do a bit of decoration in the middle there. Just make sure we don't have any zoning on there. Yes, we do. Those guys. Even this is a little bit close to the roundabout for my liking, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so how did that affect our traffic flow? Not very much. Things are going quite a bit smoother through there. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. Let's see, now we've gone up a couple of levels here. We went from Boomtown, I believe it was. Yeah. Went from Boomtown all the way up to Small City. Our population must drop since we hit that. Okay. So we're on our way to Big City. And we have one more square that we can unlock. Anyway, so I think I'm going to call it there for the day because it's been a very long time for me. It may not be a long video. Yeah, if you like what you see, then like and subscribe. Leave some comments down below, whether you have questions, comments, or suggestions. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.